Hello folks, welcome back to my Let's Play of Call of Duty World at the Warth. Last time we left off, we're kind of stuck after the many failures of me.
So far so good, Marines. Move along the gully. Watch the trees! Keep it tight.
Now, I don't remember much of this part.
Head down! The tank should be able to provide us some cover as we close in around the hill. But it'll be up to us to clear the stage. Stay in cover till they finish their run.
Scheiße! Okay. Well, we'll need a different plan than that.
To be able to provide us some cover as we close in around the hill. It'll be up to us to clear the stage. Stay in cover till they finish their run. Head down!
Hi, Private Gabe. Hi, Private Rooker. No. Sergeant Rooker.
Move with it! Go, now!
I would not want to be moving with a tank that shoots incendiary anything. That seems like it's inviting everything. That seems like it's inviting bad things to me. Also, incendiary tanks didn't shoot their incendiary bits from the main tank area. Incendiary tanks, they had they basically when they used their incendiary bits, they basically shot them out of the call them the parts where the MG would be. Because the damn thing still had to function as a fucking tank. If you catch my drift. So it would be very bad for your main battle for a tank of any kind to just shoot fire. That doesn't make it a tank. That just makes it an armored vehicle. Now, there's a difference between a tank and an armored vehicle. Now, some armored vehicles look like tanks, like the M81 Tusk. That looks like a tank. It's not a tank. It just looks like one. Now, that could, for all I know, be an armored vehicle, and they just call it a tank because no one in the research team decided to look up what those are actually called. Ooh, I shot that guy in the groin. Oh hey, cool, they got almost killed their own dude.
Stay with the tank. Use it for cover.
But yeah. But more than likely, that's just a developer oversight or something. Because again, tanks with flamethrowers attached to them didn't use the main cannon as the flamethrower bit. That was, like I said, that was attached to the place where they would usually put the MG at. Is that a shoe? Did some dude's shoe fly off at me? You know your weekend's weird when most of your day is spent sleeping and listening to classic rock on rock. Coincidentally, how old does something have to be for it to be considered classic rock? Does it have to be at least 20 years old? Because I'm sure there's some acts from the 90s that that people would consider classic rock since most stuff from the 90s is at least turned 20? Like, is Nirvana now considered classic rock, or is that a totally separate area? These are the questions you ask when you're partially.
Polanski, take the one on the left. I hear you. This is it. Clear out those caves.
These are the questions of a person who has way too much time on their hands. Even if they go to college. Granted, I only went to college like 3 days out of the week. Every other day was just me basically faffing about. That and doing like study work. Lots and lots of study work. Especially for my psychology class. Although psychology was probably the easiest class I've taken, besides my English class. The only other class I would say was easy would probably be my bio lab. That was a fairly easy class. That's a lot of blood. There's no way the human body can have that much blood in it. I think I read somewhere that the human body only has two gallons of blood. I don't know how much blood flies out of you and flies out of a person in this game, but I guarantee you it's more than two gallons. Probably like a quart or something. I don't know. Are we in the clear? You guys are shit aims, you know that? Ooh.
Take cover! Grenade coming in!
1, 2, 3, 4, go and die more.
We've got multiple enemy troops!
That is stupid. Where are we?
Another one down!
Okay, I think we're at the beginning of that cave system. Yeah, we're at the beginning. How many minutes are we in? 8 minutes? Not counting like the 10 minutes, not the 10 minutes. Like the 20 seconds that I usually waste when trying to do this shit. You're fucked. Oh. But yeah, you know you got way too much time on your hand when most of your day is spent either thinking of like different ways that you could have, that the Continental Army could have run itself, to listening to classic rock via one of the weird music TV stations that I own that comes with like my cable package. And listening to nothing but like a lot of old classic rock, and I mean like Fleetwood Mac and shit like that. I mean, granted, I love me some Fleetwood Mac. Goddamn Rumors is my shit. So is well, the self-entitled album Fleetwood Mac. I don't listen to that much Fleetwood Mac, but I like them at least. Now, if you want a band that I'll totally listen to and I'll totally sing every damn song to, that's a classic rock group, play the Beatles. I'll freaking sing it. I own every Beatles album with the exception of the anthology thing, and even then, I'm probably gonna try to get someone to give me that for my 21st birthday. If I don't get my tattoos, if I don't get another tattoo.
They're closing in.
Somehow I spent most of this episode just talking about classic rock, and I'm probably going to continue doing that. No, but seriously, what is the cutoff point? The cutoff point to be considered classic rock? How old does a song have to be to be considered classic rock? Like, is it 30 years? 20 years? I've asked a bunch of people and no one has ever given me a definitive answer. It can't be 10 years. I'm guessing the cutoff point has to be at least 30 years. Because otherwise, groups like Queen and a few other bands from the early 80s and 70s wouldn't have made that cutoff point but they're considered like classic rock. So I'm guessing the cutoff point is 30 years. So Nirvana probably has about another 10 to 5 years left before it'll be considered classic rock. Actually, I know this is gonna add some time. I don't give a shit. When was Nirvana formed? Oh! Huh. I did not know they were older than that. I knew they were really popular in the 90s, but I guess that's just when the grunge scene actually made it into the popular culture. Because up until then, the grunge scene was mostly contested. I mean, not contested. Mostly congregated in Seattle and a few places in the British Isles, like Ireland. Ireland was actually a haven for the grunge rock scene, from what I heard, or was it Scotland? It was one of the two. It was either Ireland or Scotland. I'm probably gonna have to. Someone's gonna probably correct me on that one of these damn days. But grunge rock is really more just like a progression of punk rock, but it's got a more modern aesthetic to it, I guess you'd say. I mean, punk rock is pretty modern in and of itself. I guess it all depends on what you consider, what your ideal for punk rock is. Like, I've only ever listened to 2 punk rock bands in my life, and that was Billy Idol, who isn't technically a band, but you know what I mean. And I've only listened to maybe a bit of the Sex Pistols. I'm not a big fan of the Sex Pistols. They're good, but they're just not my thing. But then again, punk rock in general isn't my thing. I know a lot of it's anti-establishment and... Dumbass. I know a lot of it's anti-establishment, and I'm all for that, but I don't really... But I tend to not care much. That guy's dead. Really the music scene that I'm really into, and the kind that my hopefully soon to be created band. One of these days I'm gonna find a effing guitarist and a drummer, and I'm gonna make this stupid band, and I'm gonna finally get some people, and I'm finally gonna go to a gig or something and play effing piano at the effing piano I paid $300 for it, sitting in the back of my room. Can you checkpoint me, you a-hole? Thank you. Oh. Oh yeah, that's Roebuck. He's not gonna die right now. Spoiler alert, he can die. But it's more... It's all dependent on whether or not the player can player saves him or another member of your squad.
Call it in. Damn it.
How many Marines did we lose taking this rock?
Already too many.
Relay the message to Major Gordon. The artillery on the point has been knocked out. Yes, sir.
We have lost many brave men, but their sacrifice is not in vain. Our tanks now form a line of steel so powerful that all German resistance will be crushed beneath its mighty treads. Today, we will watch as Zero falls, along with all those foolish enough to stand in our way.
Well, that's the end of the video. I'll see you guys next time. Laters. Oh crap, that guy's arm's gone now. I'm gonna go some smoke. Maybe they'll not shoot me down. Oh, in here. There goes crap. Feel the speed. That was quick.